Hi all, this is Gringat the Repugnant speaking with a new MOC review and a new focus. Jesus. The new photograph area with a light up top and various other things which should hopefully yield a much better video than last time. Speaking of which, I am continuing much in the same vein as before with a protector combination, this time with the protectors of earth, stone and fire. And here he is. Once again, I don't really have a name for him besides Onu Po or something like that. Yeah. But he is a dog or wolf or lion or bear or something of that nature with digitigrade hind legs and big front paws and a tail and whatever. I'm no idea what these are supposed to be. These are, once again, has a gear function and it allows the front legs to move. It works a bit better if I have him on his back legs and have him sort of raising his claws like this and attacking something. It's very fiddly to do with one hand. Hang on. Hooray! Anyway, so apart from that, the build is, well, I was about to say standard, it's really not. The limbs are. And you can see the limbs are just armour on Hero Factory limbs, CCBS limbs, what am I saying, and a little bit bulkier in the front, extra joint in the back for the movement of the dog likeness. Only got brown ones here and nowhere else. Couldn't find anywhere else to put brown, which is a bit of an issue. But yeah, there's some on the tail. The head is just a normal protector of earth head, and I couldn't really find any other way to do this. The protectors do kind of look like they've got ears anyway, so not such an issue. The torso at the front, which doesn't attach the arms, is a little bit odd in that it's only attached, if you can see, with a protector of fire's hand on one side, which would make it quite wobbly if I didn't have these protector skulls at the bottom. Focus. Protector skulls at the bottom, sealing it in place as it were, and just holding it there. It does work fairly fine. It just attaches the head. That's the main use for it, and yeah, it does tend to wiggle if I let it. The arms themselves, they have these slightly awkwardly placed shoulder pads, which you know, they can move around. They have got pieces from all three protectors in there. So there's a spike from the stone protector, daggers from the earth protector, and the actual armour from the fire protector. The arms are meant to look quite solidly sort of strong and bulky. They do not have great articulation, especially with the gear function, because this armour piece and this armour piece keep hitting each other. And if they come out of the way, they'll still hit each other eventually. But they've moved down. You've got some sort of large forepaws for striking with, and then further back, the back is completely exposed with the gearbox. There's little tiniest bit of friction. I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the camera, but there's a little tiniest bit of friction given by the fact that this is one of those large axles with a stopper at the end, and the stopper is rubbing against that gear, meaning it is a little bit more frictiony, but not that great. There's nothing really, since none of the protectors were intended to have gearboxes, the combinations gearbox is all loose and floppy. It's just like the 2001 gearboxes. Moving further back, we have these jets of fire or electricity or stone energy or... Oops, I just fired it, so I'm not keeping it. I've just got these jets of energy coming out of the back. They swivel on just a pin, so they can move about this high up, this far down, and you know, they can meet in the middle if you want them to, or whatever. I tend to have them out like this, like a certain Pokemon, and that's about it. They can be removed as well if you really want them to be, but then you end up with a very awkward looking midsection there. to carry on the midsection, I've used the hands from the Protector of Earth to actually make the torso piece here hold on to the front, so that would be a really horrible way of looking at it if it was actually holding on to it, but it moves back. We've got a saddle sort of piece here, and that can actually fit another Protector or a Matoran, and I think actually as part of the review I'd like to do that. I've got Onipex here, and just to prove to you that it is actually a functioning saddle, I can actually put Onipex onto the back of this thing, and he has gun hands, and he hasn't really got anything to hold on to besides the flames. So this might be an instance of where you want to take the flames off. I have absolutely no other connectors for it, but here we can have Onipu ride Onipex riding the creature. Moving further back, we've got just a tail, and this uses the only ball joint in the three of them just to attach a bit of armour, and the two masks, which are quite loose and floppy. The tail can move all sorts of places because it's made with loads of different joints. And that's about the extent of it. So it's got a flaming tail, flaming things on the shoulders, possibly even flaming armour on the shoulders and chest if you want to think of it that way. But that's really the extent of it. And that's about it for this review, I think. There might be more combinations coming. I'm trying to keep all the sets whole with the exception of the Lord of Skull Spiders, which I have got my own plans for. But yeah, until then, this is Gringat the Repugnant speaking. The end of this review is ended, and tatty bye! Yay!